Easter and it's Circuit of Ireland time. The 2023 Milburn concrete event may not be like the Ulster-Olympic Circuit of Ireland's of old, but thanks to the Cookstown Motor Club's assistance, an 8-stage closed road event has been created, ensuring that round 3 of the Irish Tarmac Championship has its annual Easter Rally fix.
Good morning and welcome to Cookstown. We are here for the Circuit of Ireland Rally 2023. We're standing at just before the first clock for leaving Park Fermot, and as you can see behind me, there's a wee bit of action already. Everybody's getting the cars warmed up and getting ready to go, so we're going to talk to a couple of the drivers here. You can see Josh is just checking tyres, so we're going to make our way over to Josh now and get a quick word with him and just see how he's set for the day's rallying ahead. A busy day's driving ahead of you.
Yeah, there's 8 long stages today, so a lot of different conditions and different types of roads there, so yeah, look, it's going to be interesting.
You're on a brilliant winning streak already this year. How are you feeling?
Yeah, we're feeling good. Yeah, I suppose it's been a really good start to the year, so hopefully we can continue it here.
You started off brilliantly in Galway, started off brilliantly in West Cork, and then obviously with the weather conditions and everything else, it got a bit tricky for everybody.
Yeah.
But I mean, a brilliant day's rallying ahead of you today.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, stages look pretty good, to be honest. It's pretty different from the first 2 rounds, really. There's a lot of driving up here, so very committed first stage, and then they kind of gradually get more technical, so I'm looking forward to it.
Excited and a bit nervous, sure, you know yourself the way it is. So
that's what I was just saying to Marion, like sitting in here now can actually be the world's worst, really.
it's to say, try and get as relaxed as you can, but you're trying to stay in between and being relaxed and trying to get the adrenaline built up here to get at it, so yeah, it's just in between, isn't it?
It is, surely. And you obviously had a brilliant weekend last weekend, so you'll be ready to leave here today now, chomping at the bit.
That's it. We need a good result here to be fair this weekend. Josh is starting to get on the roll there. Main's going hard there too and stuff. So there's a lot of guys going hard there actually. So we'll see after the first one, as I say. Try and get ourselves better than But the tricky wee stages, so there are a lot of at the different terrain up here, and there's a lot of dust and dirt on the stages, So we'll see. We'll see how we are.
It's going to be very high speed from the off, so it'll be a challenge to get up the speed quick enough. But I'm looking forward to it. It'll be good. Weather looks like it's going to stay dry too, so hopefully it'll be a good day for everybody.
Sam, how are you feeling this morning? A lovely day of stages ahead.
Yeah, feeling good. Not nervous or anything, so that's good. And just looking to get into it now. Tricky stages, so we'll see how it goes.
You were saying in West Cork that you were kind of trying to figure out what was going on. Have you figured that out in between times, and you're sort of chomping at the bit now and ready to go? Do you think?
Not sure. We'll see after the morning stages. Hopefully we got the tyre choice right here, and look at the stages. Will tell the truth, I suppose.
Fantastic stages. I think we'll be in the air more on the ground. It's like Finland and tarmac, and you've heard that said before, but this is truly Finland and tarmac. It's unbelievable.
And I mean, the crack then obviously is great in the Mark II.
Well, I like flying. I'm just not that good at landing. Tyre wear should be minimal. I'm really looking forward to it. Apprehensive a bit because it's quite local to me. Only 30 minutes from home. And it feels strange having slept in your own bed the night before the rally, but mad to get at it.
First try one of the year, so I think everyone's smiling here like this morning, but look, they're completely different from what we're used to. There's bumps and crests and jumps and everything, so look, we just want championship points here, and then head for the big one in Killarney then in 3 weeks time. So
The rally has 4 different speed tests, each done twice, with the Wolf's Hill and Mucker the first 2 morning tests. West Cork winners Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes lead the 120 strong field, but after 2 stages lie second, just 0.3 of a second off the lead after the fastest time in the second Mucker stage. Galway winners Marion Evans and Jonathan Jackson are 4th, 11 seconds off the leader after 2 stages. That leader is Callum Devine, with Noel O'Sullivan calling the pace notes. A scintillating start saw them take a 5-second lead in Wolf's Hill before Josh Moffat replied on the second stage. It's the start of a great battle today. Johnny Greer is 6th, only 14 seconds back. Such is the closeness of the contest. Sam Moffat is just 3 seconds ahead. It's all so close in these Rally 2 cars, very evenly matched. Making up for his West Cork disappointment, Desi Henry has made an absolutely flying start in 3rd place and leading a Citroen C3 attack. Catherine McCord is in big trouble. His C3 looks like it's in rear wheel drive, but in fact it's broken a front drive shaft and will have to limp the service. West Cork sensation Robert Barwell isn't just as confident in this terrain and lies 8th at present. Gary Jennings is debuting a brand new Fiesta Rally 2 and is getting used to it back in 11th place, but reports to be very happy with the car. Whilst Declan Boyle is hoping to end a run of bad fortune and makes a promising start in 7th place. Gareth McHale is a fine 10th after the first loop. The 2010 tarmac champion continues to reacquaint himself with Irish tarmac rallying. Less than a second in front, local driver Ryan Loughran is making a good strong Rally 2 debut. But Jason Mitchell is set to retire after stage 2 with a fueling issue in the Polo. He did get further than top modified seed Damien Toner, whose final drive shatters on the very first special stage. Niall Henry in the Fiesta had been in trouble in stage 2 and modified front runner Kevin Eves is now on his tail. Niall will eventually retire with an off in special stage 4, whilst Eves is 3rd in the modified race. Jason Black and Carl Egan are the modified leaders, but fortunate to be there as an electrical problem before the first stage means they're running late on the road and glad to be running at all. There are no such dramas for fellow County Armagh driver Marty Toner, who is just 1.8 seconds back in 2nd place in the big BMW. Camillus Bradley and Crawford Henderson have made a solid start and are set to climb higher as the day progresses. But for Adrian Harrington, it's early retirement with a loose electrical wire. John O'Duggan is 26th overall in his 2.5 Escort and 8th in the modifieds. Eddie Doherty has made a very fast start, 4th in the modifieds, just 22 seconds off the lead, and getting used to this unfamiliar field. But for Frank and Lauren Kelly in the famous Baby Blue, there's a real disaster looming on this very first stage. Baby Blue has took one of her worst hits, but the main thing is that her strength has kept Frank and Lauren safe as we go back to service and check up on the leaders.
Are you very, very happy with that morning, Callum?
Yeah, we're happy enough now, to be honest, Tony. We had a good start this morning. We were happy with that now. And then, yeah, the second stage is just very, maybe just showed too much caution over the bad bumps, you know, and Josh took a bit of time back. So, but we're just in the lead, but look, we're happy to be in this position anyway than the other way about, you know. I know it's only 3/10 in it, but yeah, it's expected a tight race. Like,
I have to be on it from where to go here today because we've only got one day. There's no picking it back tomorrow or anything.
Yeah, there's only 8 stages, but long enough stages too. But yeah, look, there's no time for hanging about there. You have to be on it from the word go.
Are we happy with the tyres and everything there?
Yeah, I think our tyres and everything was good there. Probably just do more of the same now and see how we go.
How did your morning go so far?
Yeah, I think it went really well. Actually, we're quite happy. Not sure about the last stage where we lost time, but I was very happy with my driving and make a few changes here. I think we were, a few wee setup changes still to learn, and no, overall very happy. Stages are very challenging, I have to say, but challenging great. I think it's a long time since we've had straights with just continuous work on every corner and every straight and everything. I think it's great, and really enjoying it actually.
Melvin, are you happy enough with the morning so far?
Well, yeah, he's back in one piece anyway, so that's a big plus. But you know, the first 2 stages are very, very bumpy, and I think if you're brave, you can get away with it. And the car was crashing out a bit with us, so we need to look at that for the next loop when we go through them. But no, it's still close in it. You know, you don't want to leave these boys have too much, but it's hard to keep up with them.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't feel like I drove that well this morning, but we're not too bad still. It's only 10 seconds off the lead, which it's a lot on a one day maybe, but you know, we're still sort of thereabouts. So you know, whereas last year I didn't feel so good. We were a lot further behind, so maybe that's a good thing.
A great start to the morning.
yeah, happy enough. Probably better than we thought. We just wanted to go out the first loop and just get settled in and after the last few rallies we have, we just wanted to try and get, you know, a good rhythm. But no, so we've done that and we're happy enough. So we'll go out here now and see how we go.
And these stages, like, they would notoriously kind of suit you. So are you excited to be here and kind of like chomping at the bit now and sort of like raring to go and just keep this momentum up essentially?
Yeah, look, I've always been a sucker for a real technical stage, so no, it seems to be suiting us okay there today so far. These next stages now, they're a bit different now, so they're probably less bumpy, more racy. So look, all we can do is just get out and drive our own rally and see where that takes us.
Bit of problem there before the first stage, thankfully, electrical problem, and running a wee bit out of order here now, run back, but thankfully the 2 stages it went well and having a good run.
Go. Flat out up round, easy right 150. Push on up.
Callum Devine starts the 3rd stage to hollow in determined form. It hasn't been the best start of the season for Callum, but a win here would put his tarmac bid back on track. He is fastest by just half a second here in stage 3, but takes 13 seconds in stage 4 Shannon Macri to now hold a commanding 14-second lead. Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes have kept the leaders in check here in the 3rd stage, but 2 separate moments in Shannon Macri saw them reach the end of the stage with a puncture and a much bigger task to close in now on the leader. Marion Evans wasn't able to capitalise on Josh's adventures in stage 4, but he did have to negotiate some debris left on the road and is now 15 seconds further back in 3rd place. Desi Henry and Paddy Robinson are having a fine run, but dropped the 5th in this loop despite using all the road here and more on stage 4. Johnny Greer and Niall Burns have upped the pace and are just 0.7 of a second in front of Desi, having worked on the suspension at service. Sam Moffat and Keith Moriarty are just 2.4 seconds behind Desi Henry, and with a decent gap to 7th place. Robert Barable and Gordon Noble occupy that 7th place, almost 30 seconds further back and starting to get more into the groove. Declan Boyle and Patrick Walsh are 8th after moving up 1 position on this challenging pair of stages. That was at Ryan Loughran's expense, but 9th is still a great effort on his Rally 2 debut. The Fiesta is still resplendent in James Williams livery in the opening British Rally Championship round, as Ryan normally hires out this car from his RLA Autosport business. Gareth McHale is very happy to be 10th, especially after his West Cork retirement. Not so happy earlier on was Catherine McCord, who starred in Galway this year, but he's now fighting his way back after the first loop driveshaft failures and is 33rd. And now we catch up with the leaders at second service.
The lovely rally and event sponsor, Mark, are you having a great day out watching?
Oh, yeah, great day. Proud to be a sponsor of the event. No, good day out.
Are you missing being out yourself? Normally you're a forestry ace, but tarmac's hard to beat in the sunshine.
We did consider doing the event, but we're out next weekend again, so it just didn't really suit. It was too soon. So, but no, maybe sometime soon we'll be back out on the tar.
Josh, not ideal to be landing back with a wee bit of damage in the back.
Yeah, no, we just lost the back of the car in a fairly fast 5 left, and it was downhill section, and the car slid down the road and caught a bale on the back right. So yeah, we weren't sure if there was a damage or puncture. We could hear the wheels scoping for the next few kilometres, so I suppose we were a bit nervous of that, and a few kilometres later we ended up getting a puncture on the front left wheel. So yeah, not an ideal stage for us, but we're still in second at the minute, so it's not all that bad.
It's never too bad whenever you don't lose that much time, but I mean the nerves probably took a wee whack there.
Yeah, it was more we were just trying to go as fast as we could, and we weren't sure if something was broken or not. But look, we dropped probably 12 or 13 seconds, I think, to Callum on that stage, so it's going to be hard to claw that back in these stages. So 4 more to go, we'll see what happens.
We'll see now. I know these next 2 stages are really bad compression, trying to watch the car a bit too, you know. But no, look, we'll try and get good stage times, good rhythm, you know, because as I say, if you let up here at all, you know, you need to be on the edge, you know, all the time. They try and keep the focus, you know. And if you let up at all, then boys they get a sniff out the bend again, you know, and be down to a couple of seconds again, then down to, you know what I mean.
In the Synergy Motorsport Historic category, Hugh McQuaid and Martin Byrne in their Escort BDA are a fine 5th on a rare outing. Gareth Lloyd and Gwynfor Jones in the M3 are 4th. Gareth much happier with the car following some recent engine developments. In 3rd place, Wayne Evans and Sean Jones in the BDA Escort after a fine run on the tricky stages. Duncan Williams and Guy Weaver record 2nd place, just 20 seconds behind the winner, and another valuable haul of Tarmac Championship Synergy points for the crew, and a very promising day. Victors, and the surprise victors in some ways, were Trevor Wilson and Paul Mulholland in the Porsche 911. They had a fabulous run from early on in the event to record the win. The first of such wins for Trevor in the big Porsche.
It was a tough event, but seemed to suit the car, suited us, and everything went well.
Back out onto the stages, and here in Special Stage 5, Adrian Hellerton is a little twitchy after rejoining the event under Super Rally, having fixed his wiring issue. But it's nice to see him entertaining the crowd. His old rival Camillus Bradley with Crawford Henderson have upped the pace all day on our 8th two-wheel drive car home. Gareth Black and Connor Dunlop have had an excellent run in their 2-litre Starlet, 7th two-wheel drive and 2nd in class. John O'Dugan and Kieran Marin trying hard here and finished just 0.1 of a second ahead of Black in their 2.5 Escort. Sideways into shot is Barry Morris with co-driver Dylan Doonan, who've had a great day in Little Darien. It's not the easiest car to manage in the bumpy sections, but 5th two-wheel drive is just reward for their fine efforts. Sadly, Marty Toner's efforts were in vain, as he and Ben Taggart retired from 4th place with power steering failure on the 7th stage, also having suffered a broken half shaft in stage 4. No such dramas for Eddie Doherty and Killian McArdle. 4th two-wheel drive after a fine day's rallying. Eddie really looking forward to the next rounds, where he's more familiar with the terrain. One of the drives of the rally was from Ollie Benton, Kyle Diffin, who finished 3rd two-wheel drive and were first of the 2-litre cars home. The English driver and his County Armagh co-driver survived the odd moment, but it was a spectacular performance. And talking of spectacular, Kevin Eves and Owen Mallon were closing in on the modified leaders, as they were just 3.9 seconds behind going into the final stage, but were to be denied of the final stage shootout due to its blockage and subsequent cancellation. That doesn't take anything away from Jason Black and co-driver Carl Egan, who now have really adapted to the extra power of the 2.5 which has been installed into the Starlet this year.
Fast 4 right up at the tree, and flat crest past the junction 60, short 3 right and 2 right in over crest jump, only 80, keep right through, taper left around the island, square right exit. Travel now.
They climb into the top 10 overall in the Milburn concrete event with committed driving like this. Top McAvoy Motorsport modified points makes up for the West Court disappointment.
Jason, congratulations, are we delighted with that?
Oh, definitely, for sure. Bit disappointing not getting the last stage, so maybe didn't give Kevin the fair chance at it, but no, I'll take that anyway.
And I mean, such an interesting, hard-working day of stages.
Oh, for sure, yeah, no, it was on the limit, like, and just hard as you could go, like, it was class, so it was a good race.
And I mean, to get your name on the winners' trophy of the National for the Circuit of Ireland, it means an awful lot to everybody.
Oh, it does, for sure, yeah. No, both the team and everyone and all the sponsors, I can't thank them enough for all their support.
Kyle White and Sean Topping are a fine 25th overall, taking their important Rally 4 category win, and they're another crew getting test miles, this time for their British Championship campaign, the next round being the Jim Clark Rally in May. There were to be some disappointments, however. Ryan Loughran was one such disappointed driver when he slid off after a hairpin and got the Rally 2 car stuck. It was worse for Declan Boyle and Patrick Walsh, however, as they crashed out on the final stage, the subsequent delay causing its eventual cancellation. English visitor Wayne Sisson in his Evo 10 has a good day and ends the event in 24th place. Martin Cairns and Peter Ward are 23rd in their Fiesta. English driver James Ford and Scottish co-driver Neil Shanks are 17th in the Citroen C3 R5. They won the historic section of the circuit last year for sticking to the Rally 2 car for the tarmac campaign this year. Aaron McLaughlin and Darren Curran or 15th overall. That was just 2 seconds behind a recovering Catherine McCourt and Caelan McKenna, and at least Catherine gets to the finish line this time in this event. 13th overall, the less powerful Rally 3 Ford Fiesta was a sound test before WRC Croatia Rally for William Crichton and Liam Regan. Joe McGonigal and Kieran Guinea showed good form to finish in 11th. Gary Jennings, with former Circuit of Ireland winning co-driver Rory Kennedy alongside, brings his new Fiesta home in 9th place. Gareth McHale pleased with 8th place, and again the former tarmac champion has shown flashes of his good form today. But once again, bad luck has struck Desi Henry and Paddy Robinson. A costly front wheel puncture in stage 6 drops them to 7. Robert Barrable and Gordon Noble have had a drama-free day in 6th place. It's a similar story for Sam Moffat and Keith Moriarty as they secure 5th and bag some more Samdeck Tarmac Championship points. Gathering a few more points in 4th are Johnny Greer and Niall Burns, and they're the first of the Citroen C3s home today. Meanwhile, Marion Evans and Jonathan Jackson show us just how fast these Rally 2 cars can go on these quite torturous and tricky stages.
60.
It's hard to believe that at these speeds they couldn't quite match the leaders, but the Galway winners' 3rd place here gives them another useful haul of Tarmac Championship points.
Hold, crest bump 50, very tight to me, left of a small crest. Opens and jump, maybe into flat left, 40, small crest, jump past the lane, 170. Slight left of a crest to dip and bumps, 1 left, 40, tight, 2 left.
We weren't too good on the circuit last year and we just weren't that close to the pace at all, so I guess it's an improvement on that. I know the stages are different, but you know, they're all new to us completely, so yeah, to still get a podium is really positive, and hopefully we can continue the trend in Killarney anyway.
Josh Moffat and Andy Hayes have given everything and finish a fine second, just 10 seconds behind the rally winners.
You know, it was good racing all day there with Callum, and you know, obviously we got a puncture on stage 4 or whatever and dropped a bit of time, but yeah, look, Callum made it tough for us anyway, so I'm not sure if that was going to make a big difference come the end of it, but yeah, we enjoyed ourselves all the same, so it's all good.
And the next one's Killarney, you'll be raring to go?
Yeah, a different nature of stages down there, so new challenge and should be good.
Callum Devine and Noel Sullivan, it's a fabulous victory in the 2023 Milburn Concrete Circuit of Ireland. The pair are the 3rd different winners in 3 rounds in the Samdeck Security Irish Tarmac Championship main category.
Josh wasn't hanging about there anyway, so we had to keep the toe on it, so we're absolutely delighted.
And I mean, the Circuit of Ireland, to put your name on that trophy.
I can't wait to take a look at it just to see all the names on it, like, you know, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic, to be honest.
It's so brilliant to see you so happy, and I mean, obviously to have this excitement now leading into the next event with the championship points and everything.
Yeah, exactly, and like there's 3 different winners there now from the three rounds there already, so yeah, that opens it all up again. And yeah, we obviously won Killarney last year, so, and it's his home rally, so we're going to be pushing hard there too, hopefully. So yeah, it's good for us to get this momentum now. You know.
It's been a fantastic day's rallying, thanks to the Cookstown Motor Club and Austral Mill Club. The HM Productions team will see you live soon with the action from the stages and reaction for service. Thanks for watching.